When the pandemic hit Colorado, teachers' lesson plans hit a wall.
It was a lot. It was very stressful.
Just ask Amanda Jones, a second grade teacher in the Boulder Valley School District.
Many weeks were lost because of everything that was thrown at us so quickly.
You know, we did our very, very best, but with that, there were obviously challenges.
Fourth grade teacher Lucas Velasquez says one of the biggest was losing a direct connection with students, critical for learning.
Welcome to Area 50. Oh, Area Model.
So to assure they would have that in the fall, a group within the district spent their summers creating a library of videos to help teach math and literacy.
And it took us 6 weeks over the course of the summer, around 35 teachers.
Foothills Elementary Principal Nick Vanderpool says in total 1,100 videos were made, 300 specifically in Spanish for bilingual schools.
Honestly, we looked at children's television and you know, for my generation, Mr. Rogers, and for my kids' generation, Daniel Tiger, and things like that. And what does children's television do really well? They connect with kids.
Along with the videos, teachers are given pacing guides to help reinforce the lessons students just watched.
In a way, we're kind of virtual teammates.
Not only are the videos created to engage students,
This is my family.
they also free up teachers from late nights of lesson planning to focus more on their students.
It'll make relationship building a lot easier.
And will hopefully make an unconventional school year a lot smoother. In Broomfield, Jordan Chavez, 9 News.
All right, let's continue.